All right, Brite Lite Promotions, we back once again for the second time back on camera. Alex, My Gash Sound. Introduce yourself again.
Yes, Madden, big up yourself, big up the whole Brite Lite Promotions, C-Rock too. My name is Cat. I'm representing for My Gash Sound right now.
All right, last year you came to New York. You left a lasting impression with the Dance vs. Tech 9. Since then, you know, you guys went back to Europe. You had a clash out there against the supposed king of Europe at the moment, Supersonic.
Self-proclaimed king, yes.
I know it was a festival setting, but tell us a little bit about that dance and what was the outcome of that dance.
Okay, so the first thing I should say is that I wasn't there. It was our other MC, Killadu, that was dealing with that clash.
Big up Killadu.
Yeah, big him up every time, man. Him, Faya, 10 of the whole team that was there. I listened to the clash through there was a streaming, so I listened through it. It kind of went in and out because there was a big storm, I think. So it kept cutting, but I could listen to most of it. The clash was at a festival called Keep It Real in Germany. It's a big festival, about, I don't know, maybe 1,500, 2,000 people in a tent. And it was 3 rounds, I think 3 times 15 minutes, or 20, 15, 10 or something like that. And yeah, we ended up winning. I mean, by far at the end, when by the count of hands, it was just like
all right. I know Supersonic has other MCs on the sound. Was it Spider that clashed on Supersonic that night?
So the first round was their new MC, Chris. He did the first round and he did really good. In my opinion, better than what Spider did for the rounds after. So he did the first round and then Spider came in and did rounds 2 and 3.
Okay. And that was a win for My Gash. Do you consider it a legit win, a dance or clash win? I'm only asking this because it was in a festival setting. Is a setting different that you think in a hardcore clash the outcome might have been different?
It's a kind of a tricky question. I think yes, it's a win, but do I consider it a kill, like for instance the Tech 9 or LP? No, it's very different from something like that, because it being on a festival, it doesn't really reflect what would go down in a hardcore one-on-one clash.
All right, so hearing that, Spider, hopefully you're hearing this and we could get My Gash Supersonic one-on-one in a hardcore setting and settle that. Maybe you could take back your title then. All right. Moving on now.
All right.
I know you got a couple of dances coming up. You have the War Climate, big up Ross Twins in Jamaica. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And then tonight, you and Warrior tag team against Rhythm Force and Camouflage. You being on this side of the water, Mateus said he didn't know much about those sounds. Can you tell me your opinion of the 2 sounds you're clashing tonight, Rhythm Force and Camouflage?
I honestly don't really know much either, which is pretty different from the past couple of clashes we had. I heard them through, I'd say, I'd heard their names before, but I really mostly, I guess, heard them through Sound for Dead and Global Clash, which was, you know, in the past year. From what I heard from them, they seem to be doing pretty good. They seem to bring some nice energy, so I think, you know, I'm looking forward for tonight. I think it's going to be a wicked clash.
All right. What do you see in Rhythm Force that you would say My Gash has to plan for? Is it the musical box? Is it the MC, Ian Frost?
I know it might kind of look different, but we don't really plan so much for the sounds as we really try to go out there and do our thing. So we never try to plan a clash around or depending on somebody else's box. Of course, the arguments that come up and the thing that we say have to be related to you know, to the story of the sound or whatever. But we never try to plan our clashes depending on who else, what the sound is, the box is like, if it's old tune, new tunes. We just systematically do our thing, play our artists, play our style.
All right, last time you was out here, you actually clashed in Queens. Tonight is in Brooklyn. You've clashed in front of a Brooklyn crowd before?
Yes, in a very different setting. It was a Maccabees dance, so almost
a smaller setting.
Small, yeah. It was maybe, you know, 50 people or 100. Yeah, okay, less than 100 people for sure.
Okay, so tonight you're clashing in Albany Manor, which is the premier spot for clashes in New York. It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. So, you know.
I know. I just want to big up all of my Brooklyn linking them. I'm very, very happy and excited to be back clashing in Brooklyn. As I often say, that this Maccabees dance was one of the most important sound experiences in my career, and so to be back here after now 5 years, it's wicked, and I'm really happy to be in this clash.
All right. Besides working with Andrew Digital, I know you work with another promoter, Monk Lion Roar Promotions. Big him up. He's doing a lot of He's doing a lot of good things on the scenes right now as far as clashes and as far as building his sound. So I want to big him up on that. Since your last clash that Monk promoted, which was against Tech 9, have you seen a difference in how promoters are linking you or how fans are linking you?
Yeah, I think what started with the LP dance just exploded after the Tech 9 one, and we had a lot of requests. As I always say, we're not a sound that turns down clashes, whether it's small or big sounds, we don't care. We're very, very serious about the money, because if you don't make money, then it don't make sense. But you know how the thing go. But as long as the money is right, we're really willing to take every clash. Our price is not cheap, I'll just put it out there, because that's how the thing's set right now. But we're always willing to work with everybody, and yes, we've had a lot of requests, and a couple of things are getting worked on right now.
Okay, before I talk about the dances that are scheduled for my gosh, I got a lot of promoter friends in New York, and I'm hearing through the grapevine that Monk wants to do something with my gosh again. He wants to bring my gosh back to New York. Is there any sounds that you are requesting from the promoter?
No, I have never done that in my life and would never do that. I'm willing to give any sound a chance. The way the thing's set right now, I'm gonna just put it out there. Monk, big up this time and just put it out there. Right? His idea is to do the rematch with LP, and ever since the Trinidad dance, LP been wanting to do that, but so I decided to give it to them. From what I hear, he's having a hard time confirming the dance. I hope it goes through, because I really think New York would enjoy this. If it doesn't and it's another sound, great, same way. I know it's going to be an exciting clash. It's USA vs Europe Reloaded sometime in May, so watch out for that. Okay, so
as far as US versus Europe in May, my gosh, there's no issues, you're ready to go.
I'm there, man.
Okay. All right, before we get to May, you got a big dance in March in Jamaica. Tell us a little bit about that dance.
So that dance is in St. Bess in March 7th. I don't remember the name of the town or the venue or whatever, but it's called War Climate. It features Rhythm Force, Innocent, Pink Panther, King Ghetto, and us, 5 sounds. And yeah, it's gonna be wicked.
Okay, I know you've been to Jamaica before. The session that you had with Bayside of Seas is it's a fan favorite online as far as audio, especially the dub for dub part. But apart from that, have you clashed in Jamaica?
I've never clashed in Jamaica, so I'm really looking forward to that too. It's going to be a first time. We have year-to-year dances there, one in October, one in May. This is now the 4th edition. This May, the Switzerland-Jamaica link-up in Portland. I have to big up the whole Tubeless Promotions and the whole Genesis family. Big up Father Tony from the Bronx. So we've been coming to Jamaica a lot. The Portland side is always really a jiggy party style vibes. The Clarendon is always, more rough. There was the Bass Odyssey 3 years ago, the 2-hour-long dub to dub that was really wicked. And this year we warred again for almost 3 hours this year with 2 sounds, Top Secret and Firestone. So we're used to the Jamaica war vibes, but we've never actually done a real official clash there, so that's a first.
Okay. And I know you're in Montreal?
Yeah, I'm in Montreal.
As far as juggling dates and my gosh, playing in Canada, is there anything they could look forward to as far as not even a clash, but a juggling date people could go and check out my gosh?
Well, to tell you the truth, right now I'm about to move from Canada, so I'm about to move to the US. So I'm going to the West Coast as of April.
Okay.
So there is still, I built a dance with one of my good friends, big up Daddy Miesa anytime. We built a little small regular dance, but it's been doing better and better, and So we're really happy with that. It's called Smile Jamaica. That's a thing, a monthly dance that we have every month. And you know, I'll have dances here and there. Tell you the truth, they give me a fight in Montreal too, but that's all good. But I go play in Toronto every now and then too. So
I noticed since you clashed LP, you've been on a lot of flyers with LP, Polyphamus.
Yeah.
You seem to have a good relationship with LP.
Yeah.
In those
big up Polyphamus.
In those juggling dances.
Yes.
Are words being thrown at my gosh from the LP crew?
Well, it depends. If it's in Montreal, nothing. If it's in Toronto, yes. So you tell me.
Okay. But
okay, hold on. Let me set that straight now. The first dance was 2 weeks after the LP clash, and it was a juggling party, and me and Polly play, and it was just a juggling vibes. And so at the end of the night, actually, a Montreal sound called Crystal, a big him up too, came in and started dissing Polly, and so the two of them had like a dub fit up thing. And then the other one was a 100% dub plate hardcore dub plate dance. So that of course words were thrown.
Okay, so now as far as the War Climate dance coming up, you're going to Jamaica for the first time. Again, you say you don't study the sounds on the bill, but you're telling me there's no sound on that flyer that you say, well, maybe he's gonna give me a problem that night versus another sound?
Not really. Big up all the sounds. To tell you the truth, I know absolutely nothing of King Ghetto, so that's that. RIDDIM Force, I'm sure there's going to be a lot to be said after tonight, one way or the other. Innocent, I have to big up Nashin and Dapa. I rate them.
That's going to be a great matchup, seeing you against Nashin on the stage.
So we and them are very good. We made them tour Europe.
Okay.
So like it's a friend thing for real. So I have to big them up. I'm looking forward to fight some kicking at MCM way. And Nashin and Dapa know that already, so you know how the thing go. But that's going to be great. And Panta, I mean, I think to clash a selector like Panta, okay, he's not on Black Cat, but Panta was never really about the tunes anyway. It's about the character. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, on the music tip, last May you premiered a rhythm called the Roots and Culture Rhythm. It's a remake of the original classic. Did you or somebody from my gosh actually build that rhythm, or somebody else built it for you?
Okay, so the first thing, we were not the first to voice on that rhythm. I think this has been said. I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not really sure. Okay. I know for a fact there's an old sound in Geneva called Unity Sound that has the Mikey Dread dub plate. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, he passed and gone. So so rest in peace to Mikey Dread. But they have that dub plate, I think, in combination with Ranking Joe or something like that. But it's not the same rhythm. They're just playing that song. And then I found the rhythm, I think 4 years ago. I mean, a long time ago. Because I voiced a Linval Thompson. We have a Linval Thompson on it from way back.
Okay, are you speaking about the original rhythm or?
No, I got some rhythm on the one, but then what we had to do is work on it to make it sound better. But we didn't build it from scratch, if that's what you're asking.
So now, when you say you worked on it, is it somebody from Team
Somebody from
Magash?
Magash, yeah, that worked on it. It's Tenor that does all our audio work. Big him up too.
Okay. So is there anything else we could look forward to tonight up your sleeves as far as a new rhythm? Gully Marathon Part 3.
I'm not gonna spoil the surprise,
All right.
You'll see what I want.
All right.
But a lot of interesting things tonight for real. So.
All right. Brite Lite Promotions, Madden, C-Rock. Big up my gosh. Big up Alex.
Yourself, man.
Every time.
Straight up.
Good luck
Respect.
tonight.
Thanks a lot, my boss. Bless.
All right.